Assalamu alaikum, and today we are here to provide you with a tutorial for Mathematica, Wolfram Mathematica. That is an integrated tool which we use to solve different mathematical equations, um, which one might find we humans may take several minutes to solve. This software can help you solve it in a couple of minutes. So just we are about to use it today. So this toolbar, this actually that you are seeing, this palette over here, it's basic math assistant. That some of the these are some of the things that we need to use while making while writing the equations or solving them. So let's solve some equations over here. If you just open on the documentation part, there are other several things as well. If you need to go down here, it shows the Wolfram community and resources. Those are some of the things that are not of any of the use for us at this point of situation. So as I was just saying that Wolfram Mathematica is a software that helps us solve different kind of mathematical equations, not just related to calculus or anything. It solves on a wide range. It helps you solve geometrical equations. It helps you give 3D information on equations and solutions. And today, as we are about here to discuss with the differential equations, so I'll just go over here, which comprises under calculus and related guides. If we click, it shows you the different topics that comes under calculus, and these are all kind of the equations like d-solve value, green functions. These are the some basic things that are used to solve the differential equations in Wolfram Mathematica. So I apologize, let me just put it here, new document, and we are now gonna use this document to help solve some differential equations, as we have started some first order equations and some second order differential equations. So if you just see, if I write a question that says dy upon dx, dy upon dx equals to 2x plus 5, which is a differential equation, a first order differential equation. So to solve this, basically we need to write a subsequent term, a subsequent way to solve this equation, which is d-solve. D-solve is basically, one can say, a method that is used to solve differential equations, and to solve the equations automatically we need to write d-solve, and we have to write the whole equation of the left hand side, uh, basically the whole equation inside this, and dy upon dx can be represented by y bar, and then it's a function of x, so we have to write x in square brackets. Moving on to equate it, we need to put two equal sign, because one equal sign is not applicable inside when solving a d-solve equation. So we have to put two equal sign, and then writing the whole equation, which is 2x plus 5, then a comma, then the parameters, which is dy upon dx, or y to the function of x, and then x. And if you press shift enter, it will give you the answer, that is the integral of the above equation. Moreover, as I told you, it helps you solve different kind of equations on a different range. So it can help you solve it can help you solve on a wider range, and it can help you get the solution of it as well, and it can help you solve the x integral as well. It can help you simplify the equation as well. So that is how this amazing software basically works. So moving on, if I write another question that is another first order equation, so if I write dy upon dx equals to 2y plus 5, 2y plus 5 upon x plus 2. So as I was just saying, this is another differential equation. However, to solve this equation as well, we have to apply the same method as we did above. So just to save some time, I'm just gonna copy down the equation and just change the equation over here. That was 2x plus 5 above, but here the equation is a bit different, so I have to write the equation down. However, as you can see right now that I am writing down y and then bracket open and then x. It is because y is represented by the function of x, so wherever y is written we have to write it down as a function of x. So I believe the whole equation, that is dy upon dx 2y plus 5 upon x plus 2 is the equation that I have written down correctly. Let's just solve it like this, and here you can see that, let me just remove down here and bring the cursor down so it can help you have a good look on it. So this is basically the equation if you solve it, the integral value of the equation, and moreover it can help you convert the solution to function as well. Well, basically that's not something that we are concerned of as of now. However, it's just a part that this particular software provides us with. Moving on, if there's another question that I can solve, it's dy upon dx, another first order differential equation, and if I just switch it, let's say 2x plus y upon y minus x. So same as above, copy down the equation, you have to write dsolve, and dsolve as it is should be written as you can see in this video, as that is d and s in capital, otherwise it won't take it as the function that is in the software to solve the particular equation. So moving down and writing the equation that is said above, let me just write it down over here, and it says 2x plus y. So as we were discussing above, wherever y is mentioned, we have to write as y as a function of x. So writing y and then function of x in curly, to represent the function of x, we have to write it down in curly square brackets. So I believe that is something that I have done, and shift enter. Well, it is saying something dsolve can not be used as a function. It may be particularly taking the above answer into consideration as well. However, that's not that what we want. What we want is that dsolve solving the equation that is in this context, that is 2x plus y, and here we can see, let me see if we can further do anything to it. No, unfortunately, furthermore nothing else can be done to this equation. And moving on, there are particular other things as well that can be done to this. Let's see if we can solve uh, second order differential equation. So to solve a second order differential equation, let me just write down a second order differential equation for y'all. That would be d square y and d square I don't know why this X. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe now I have written the d square y upon d square x correctly. Now, writing down the next part. So, I believe I think so. We should write the fractional part before, because if I just write 2 along with it, I really apologize for the inconvenience that is being caused by the background noises. However, I am trying to make sure that I can just help finish out this tutorial as soon as possible. Okay, I believe 8y. Yeah, it was 8y. Yes, and 8y equals to 0. That is the equation that we are about to solve, the second order differential equation. However, as I was just saying, the differential equation, to solve differential equations, we need we need to use the desolve function that is inbuilt in the software to solve. So as we were just writing down y bar to represent dy upon dx, so as you can see it's d square, so it's quite obvious that to represent double derivative we have to put two inverted commas. So just to solve the equation further, we have to write down the equation that is y double bar and x. Then moving on, we have to write plus 2y bar to the function of x, and then minus 8y to the function of x, and equals to 0 by function x and x as the parameters, and just providing a shift enter, and here we have the solution to the equation. Moving on, another question just to make sure that you guys people can grab it correctly, that how this software works on the basis of first order and second order differential equations. So same equation as above. Let me just copy it down. However, let me just make a quick swift change to it and write 6 cos uh, x in bracket, so that there may be a slight bit of a change in the particular equation. So as I was just saying, to make sure that it solves the equation, let me just copy it down again. However, as I was just saying, that to solve these particular equations we have to write down the whole equation as it is. So writing down the whole equation, however, the slight bit of a change to the 0, I need to add 6 cos and the function of x to it. So I believe that is something that ought to be written, and if I just shift enter to it, so these are some of the equations that first order equations or the second order equations. If I just repeat down to you all, this was the first order equation, dy upon dx is equals to 2x plus 5. We learned that to solve this equation in Mathematica we have to write it down and desolve dsolve to be written as d and as capital. So because it is an integrated built-in function to solve this equation, if we do not write dsolve as it is, like with d and s in capital and the other else in the lower part, lower case, so it won't be in a workable condition. So there were other functions applicable to this solution as well. So we can see over here, and in line number 2 and output through, and in line number 3 and output 3 as well, and line number 4 and output 4 as well, that there were several other solutions that this particular software can do to one solution. However, in another question, that was dy upon dx 2y plus 5 upon x plus 2, we see that it can help you solve that as well. We have shifted the equations 2x plus y upon y minus x as well, and we can see that it can help down solving that equation as well. Further on, we move to the part of second order equations, d square upon d square y upon d square x plus 2 dy upon dx minus 8y. We learned that whenever we need to write a function of a particular variable, we have to write it along with the variable that it is dependent upon. Since you can see that y is dependent upon x, so we have to write y square bracket open x square bracket close everywhere where y is mentioned. So these were some of the particular solutions that this particular software helps us solve, and I believe that was okay. And so ciao from now, and I believe that I could be forgave for the late submission. Thank you.